What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So apparently Bernard the Executioner Hopkins is questioning the legitimacy of Errol Spence Jr. retina injury. He seems to think that it's too fishy, the timeline not adding up, like how quickly he pulled out of the fight. He needs to see proof. He needs to see proof. He needs to see proof, right? He needs to see proof that it's not no BS. He needs to see proof that Errol Spence Jr. is really, really hurt because he just seems as fishy and something ain't adding up to him, right? Now, on one hand, I'm like, okay, you just want to make sure everything in boxing ain't corrupt. You want to make sure everybody's on an even playing field and so on and so forth, right? But also, on the other hand, I'm looking at Bernard funny because he never questioned the legitimacy of Tyson Fury really having COVID, right? He never questioned the legitimacy of Teofimo Lopez having COVID, right? He never questioned that. He never questioned it at all. He never demanded to see proof from those two individuals. But now, in this fight here, he want to see proof so damn bad. It just seems real off and so funny to me. And when I'm watching the video, Bernard Hopkins saying he need to see proof, I'm scanning the comments as I do with every video because I just want to see what the general consensus is of the public. And I'm seeing comments from Manny Pacquiao Extreme. He has a very, very extreme following, right? I'm seeing the comments from many Pacquiao fans, and they saying that everybody should take Bernard Hopkins' word for it. We should just agree with him because he is a promoter. He knows certain things that we don't know. He has a certain vantage point that we can't see because he's a promoter and he's a former fighter. And the average fan does not know as much as Bernard Hopkins because he has that experience from that side of the playing field, right? But I want to remind a lot of you Manny Pacquiao extremes, right? You do realize, now you're trying to take Bernard Hopkins' word as law and take it as bond and take it as gold. You want to take his word as bond. You do remember that that Bernard Hopkins alluded to your boy Manny Pacquiao being on steroids about 7 or 8 years ago. I remember it strongly. He alluded to Manny Pacquiao possibly being on steroids and questioned a lot of the stuff that was going on in Manny Pacquiao's career, how he was able to move up and maintain power, so on and so forth, and all that type of stuff. And then as he started to lose power, he didn't have knockouts no more. He was questioning a lot of that and alluding to Manny Pacquiao being on steroids. But back then, we couldn't take Bernard Hopkins' word for law, right? His word wasn't nothing. It wasn't valuable at all. But right now, because it benefits the fighter that you like, now we got to take his word as bond now. It's crazy, right? You know what I mean? And it shows me, also, I remember this too, when Bernard Hopkins said he would never get beat by a white boy, and he lost. Y'all was calling him all type of racist. We shouldn't take value and stock into nothing Bernard Hopkins ever says because he's a racist, he's a clown, so on and so forth, right? Y'all was saying all of that. But now we should take his word as bond. When a couple years ago, his word didn't mean shit. You see what I'm saying? People pick and choose when to value a person's opinion based upon if they're saying something that benefits the fighter that they like. Really. So it's just really odd to me because Bernard Hopkins was public enemy number one when he said he would never lose to a white boy. And I remember when he said he was alluding to Manny Pacquiao being on steroids so strongly, and Manny Pacquiao fan base lost it. But now because he's questioning the legitimacy of Errol Spence's retina injury, now his word is law and it's bond. It's bond. To me, this is nothing more than Golden Boy versus PBC. Al Heyman and them and going head and head with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, and you know Bernard Hopkins is over there on Golden Boy's side. I remember a couple years ago after Errol Spence got a big, huge win against Mikey Garcia, right? He got that big win in Jerry's World, right? And what's my boy name? Oscar De La Hoya, he reached out to Errol Spence and he basically said, hey, come over to Golden Boy. We can help you. We can help to promote you better. We can make you the biggest star in boxing. Come on over to Golden Boy, Errol Spence. He extended the olive branch to Errol Spence and saying that he needs to come over there with him. And Errol Spence told him on Twitter for the public to hear, no, you don't treat black fighters well, brother. I'm good over here, basically. He told him he good over there with Al Heyman because Golden Boy don't treat black fighters well. And ever since then, I feel like it's some type of animus towards Errol Spence from over on that side because he publicly, and Oscar De La Hoya was embarrassed because he even deleted that tweet extending the offer to Errol Spence to come over to Golden Boy because Errol Spence told him he don't treat black fighters well. And ever since then, it's been some type of animus over that side. They probably feel some type of way about Errol Spence. They already don't fool with Al Heyman at all over there on Golden Boy's side. We remember when them emails came out, they was calling not Oscar De La Hoya wasn't, but employees of Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins over there at Golden Boy was calling Al Heyman all type of Niggers, calling him the N-word, calling him the Black Hitler, and so on and so forth. All type of racist stuff was being spewed out of there. And so when Errol Spence called it out, now they looking at him like, oh, they don't like him. So that means they already don't have a good relationship with PBC anyway. So they ain't fooling with Errol Spence. They ain't fooling with Errol Spence at all either, because Errol Spence came out and publicly acknowledged their mistreatment of black fighters and how they don't really do black fighters well over there. Now, whether you believe it or not is one thing. Whether you believe they don't treat black fighters well or not is your call. But I do remember strongly when Zab Judah was talking about the treatment that he received when he fought Danny Garcia, and how Oscar was doing him bad, and how he snapped on Oscar De La Hoya ass in a fight press conference. How he went off about how Oscar was treating him. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't nothing. And Zab was a former champion. A former champion for real. Like, and he looking at like, hold on, Oscar, what is you on? You know, what you doing? Right? But I feel like because Errol Spence is a PBC guy and he called out Oscar De La Hoya and them in Golden Boy Promotions so strongly how they don't treat black fighters well, that it's a little bit of resentment on that side, right? So Bernard Hopkins, he's a Golden Boy employee. He wouldn't mind taking a little shot or a little bomb at Errol Spence here and there. It don't matter to him. And what's crazy is, you know, I always said this too, because I always looked at Bernard like, what, did Bernard ever come out? Why they never publicly apologized for them remarks that they said, calling Al Heyman the N-word and all this and all of that? Bernard Hopkins, being a black man that was pro-black during his career, Bernard Hopkins was pro-black his majority of his career. He was pro-black. He was on that pro-black stuff that y'all don't like the LDBC for. He was on that, you know what I'm saying? And him being a dude that's pro-black, how he never checked that. And he never came out and made Golden Boy issue an apology about that stuff. He work over there, and he's seen they call another black dude an N-word, and he ain't gonna even address it publicly or even acknowledge that it happened or even help them issue an apology on their behalf. That was funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, Bernard, what you on? But anyway, I just feel like it's just so funny how people pick and choose when to like a fight, people pick and choose when to like the narrative of a person, right? Because people hated Bernard Hopkins. I'm reminding a lot of y'all Manny Pacquiao extremes. He said he was alluding to your boy being on steroids strongly. And I can put the link in an interview. I can put the link in the description box below for you to see for yourself. He was saying Manny was on steroids for real. And y'all was in there, people was losing their mind and getting pissed off because he was saying that Manny was possibly on steroids and people couldn't believe it and they hated it. And they was like, oh, he on that Floyd Mayweather time. He on Floyd Mayweather jock. He just like Floyd Mayweather and then woo woo, right? He was saying all of that. You know what I mean? And when he was saying that, his word couldn't be trusted. He was a nobody. He was a clown. Bernard was a clown. Bernard was a clown when he said he would never lose to a white boy. He was a racist. He was a buffoon. He was a clown. But now, because he's saying something against Errol Spence and he's questioning Errol Spence, his word is law. His word is bond. We should take his word as gold. Man, come on, man. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? All this is that PBC and Golden Boy Promotions, they have a lot of history. They don't like each other at all. That Al Heyman bridge is not a good link at all. And it's been so bad that even Floyd Mayweather, who's linked to Al Heyman, right? I've seen Bernard Hopkins allude to Floyd Mayweather not really being no savvy businessman or whatever, kind of throwing little digs here and there at Floyd. You know what I mean? So it's this whole, and again, it's not just the PBC thing. It's the fact that Errol Spence came out publicly after a huge win and basically denounced Golden Boy. Like, I ain't over there with y'all. Y'all don't treat black fighters well. Possibly messing up their relationships with future black fighters in the game. And that they salty about that. They pissed about that, how Errol Spence did that publicly after a huge win for the world to see. And Oscar was so embarrassed he deleted that damn tweet because he was pissed off about it, and he was embarrassed that Errol Spence went out there and shamed them publicly for their treatment of black fighters, which would mess up the potential bridge between black fighters, young black fighters, and Golden Boy, right? Because Deontay Wilder was over there. He came to PBC. There was a couple other guys that left from over there on that side. And now he looking like Oscar and Bernard looking like, damn, Errol messing up our money. He messing up our money because the young black dudes ain't going to want to be over there because they might take Errol Spence's word as stock because he the young hot dude, and they might run over there to PBC instead of Golden Boy due to Errol Spence's word. That's all that is, man. So, you know, hey, Bernard can question what he want to question. I believe Errol Spence, you know what I mean? And I don't believe he was ducking from no fight at all. Why accept this fight anyway if you're going to run from it? Why accept this fight? What would he have to gain from running from this fight? Everything is like he has so much to win, to gain by taking this fight, right? He has the chance to be a star in boxing. He has the chance to make a whole lot of money, more money than he's ever made in his entire career. So why would he run backwards from that fight? You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, he was looking, Manny was looking good at sparring. Errol wasn't looking good at sparring, so on and so. I don't believe that. That young boy, I ain't never seen that young boy doesn't strike me as a person that's scary at all. Errol don't strike me as a dude that's scary at all. Like none whatsoever. He never struck me as a dude that was scary. You know what I'm saying? Even after he beat Mikey Garcia, what'd he say? Tell Manny Pacquiao come over here. Tell Manny Pacquiao come. You know how you talk with that accent. Tell Manny Pacquiao to come over here. Tell Manny Pacquiao come over here. Hey, tell Manny come over here. It'd be my honor to fight you and things like that. It'd be my honor to fight. He wanted to fight him publicly. That was what he wanted. So why would he run away from the goal he was trying to chase for so long after it seemed it wasn't going to happen? I didn't even think it was going to happen at all. I thought Manny was going to ride off into the sunset and go on about his business. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't get the Floyd Mayweather fight. So why would he run from the biggest opportunity of his career to change his family's life for the better, for way beyond his been changed right now? Get a big bag. You fight Manny Pacquiao and win, your bags increase. It increased ×2. So why would he run from that opportunity? It sounds funny. It just sounds weird to me from a lot of y'all, man. But it's just so funny how y'all taking Bernard Hopkins' word as law now. But when he said he wouldn't lose to a white boy, he was a clown. He was a buffoon. We shouldn't listen to nothing he say. When he said that when he said that Manny Pacquiao was on steroids, we shouldn't listen to nothing he say because he's a clown and this and that and the third. But now we should take his word as bond. Shit is just so funny, man. Y'all get what I'm coming from? Machiavelli Mills TV. Look, y'all comment on the video, share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'm going to put the link to my Cash App. I'm going to put my Cash App information in the comments. Y'all donate to the channel. I appreciate y'all. Peace.